Hey guys, and welcome to my patch notes review for the Loot Collector, Vault Clubs, and Steam Workshop patch. Now, this is a very big patch and long patch notes, so I'm going to try and go through it as quickly as possible while still trying to give my opinions on everything. I'm just going to try to not ramble, but we'll see how that works out, because I'm already starting, right? So, the first things first is the new Loot Collector. The revamped Loot Collector UI is now live. It now represents all your loot collectible items at once in an easy-to-parse list view, and it has the following additional new features. So let's head over to the Loot Collector really quick. So it's the same item. If you guys played back in alpha and beta, they didn't do like they used to, where they used to just try to make a new item and your old item was kind of useless. It's still the same one. So first things first is lock items to prevent them from being easily loot collected. So you do that by left clicking an item. So as you can see, if I don't want to, say, deconstruct this gun, it's an S3 gun. I don't want to deconstruct it because I want to upgrade it to, you know, get a better force hole out of it. You guys seen that video that I made like almost a year ago. You guys know what I'm talking about. So you can left click them, and it does sort them by shadow level as well, which is kind of nice. I didn't think about that when they first released this, and I was really like on the edge, like I don't know if I like this or not. They do sort it by power rank, I think, if not just the quality of the gun, like S2, S3, S4. So they do sort it that way. Collect all button for quickly collecting all non-collected loot. So now that I have locked down my S2 pluses so I can upgrade those later on, now I can click collect all because everything else is, you know, it's all locked. You can see the lock button. So all I need to do is click collect all, collect 6 items, done. I'm good there. Buy back up to 150 items you've collected within the last 24 hours will be available to buy back. So let's say I accidentally right-clicked this item instead of left-clicking because I got confused and I right-clicked instead because right-click does collect a single item. I right-clicked this item, and then it collects it, and I was like, oh no, I meant to left click it to lock it. Well, you could just go back, and it's the last one. It does not order it by like by power rank here. It orders it in what was the most recent item you deconstructed. So the first one is the one that I accidentally sold. So now I can right click, buy it back, go back, and then lock it again, and there you go. I'm good to go. I can also buy back all of my items. Remember, this does, as you can see right here, I can't left click it to show you, but to the right and a little bit down, you can see the cost to buy back. It does cost the exact same amount that you deconstructed it for to buy it back. Since this is a new feature, I feel like explaining it a little bit. So it does cost 1 eye and 10 flux because that's what I got out of deconstructing it. If I spent that 10 flux and that 1 eyeball, I would not be able to buy this back. So you got to make sure that if you want to buy back an item, you have the materials to buy it back. So I could just click buy back all, and then, you know, maybe I didn't feel like deconstructing anything. There we go. See, this was a new legendary gun style. If I collect it now, I will get it, and then if I uncollect it, if I buy it back, I lost the style, as you saw. So that's why, you know, it does cost, again, in the cost to buy back section, if you can see it to the lower right, it shows the style. It does cost the style as well, so that's something to, you know, keep in mind as well. Quickly identify new styles that you have unlocked. Like I said, that's exactly what I was talking about. If I buy that back, it says right here, new legendary gun style. Alright, so that's the whole loot collector. Cool, I guess. Like I said, I would rather them do more of an option. Like a lot of people, I suggested power rank. Depending on your power rank, it would auto lock items, but you know, you guys had a much better suggestion. Make like a drop down menu right here, like expand this not even just 1 more inch, just expand it down 1 more inch, the UI box, and then add a drop down menu to the minimum item quality that you want to lock plus. So if I click, you know, this it's an imaginary drop down menu. I click the imaginary drop down menu and I click S2. That means anything S2 and above, it will auto lock when I open up this menu. That was a much better suggestion, and again, I hope the devs do something like that, because, you know, this, yeah, they order it by power rank, but you still have to right click every single one. If you are like 5 to 10k power rank and you have like 100 radiant gems that you opened up from your boxes, you have to right click every single gem to lock it, and it would be super annoying, I bet. You know, I don't have to deal with that because it auto locks stellars, but you guys know. So that's my opinion on this. I'm still in a love/hate relationship with this. For me, it's good because I'm an endgame player, but I know for a lower end player, this is going to be extremely annoying and more tedious than the old collector. Like, it's literally more work than the old collector, which makes no difference. It makes the game actually worse, in my opinion, once again, for a lower end player. So next up is vault clubs. You can now create vault clubs. I don't know where you craft that. Let's see. Vault clubs have 15 more storage slots in both the normal and officer club chests. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that. But do not have modifiable worlds. The vault worlds have a rejuvenation station, trading post, loot collector, personal chest, club chest, and officer chest. Club cards are no longer tradable, and club cards are now more expensive to craft. So if you want to make a real club, you do have to craft it. You can't trade them. You can still get the ones that are posted, I think. Club card. Yeah, they got pretty expensive. They're not worth 50k, guys. They're not worth this much, so don't buy them anywhere. But I think you collect them at the builders, maybe? Let's see. They didn't say where you... Okay, so yes, Club World and the builders crafting bench. So the club card... Whoa, wow, they actually did raise the price a ton. These used to be like 3.5k to craft, I thought. Now they are around 50k. Wow. But these ones are around 5k, so let's just craft one. And let's make a Vault Club World. So let's make one. Let's just say... underrated. You can't do that. The hidden storage. There we go. Hidden storage. No one had that club? Okay. Well, now I have the hidden storage. So this is a fully functional club. You can see it says it's a vault world, though. It's fully functional. You can represent it. Like, I could click the flag and it'll be underrated of the hidden storage. It is a fully functional club. You can invite people so they can use it as well. You can make people officers so they can access the officer chest alongside you. You know, you can have chats. As you can see, I now have C4. It is a fully functional club. You just can't build anything. It's literally set in stone, and it is used to, you know, it's used for the people that already own storage clubs. So that's pretty awesome. Like, I'm gonna keep it just because it's very convenient. Instead of having to teleport to my main club and, you know, go... You know, you guys saw how my chest layout was. It's pretty bad. My club is pretty bad. Like, I spent no time building it at all. But you can see, like, it's you know, it's pretty spread out here. I have to go pretty far in between them. But here, you know, you can just walk close to one and you're good to go. So I might use this a little bit. And might as well take advantage of the extra storage space. Like I said, they give you more storage space, plus your personal chest, and the club chest as well. So that's pretty awesome. I like these. These are a very good addition, as opposed to the loot collector. Next up is Steam Workshop. The Steam Workshop is now available for Trove mods. It's easy to use. Oh, that's my alarm. Alright. So let's get that out of the way. It's easy to use. Do you use Steam and want to know how to use it? Check out this handy player guide. I'm pretty sure it's like maybe like a Trove source guide or something. Are you a mod maker and want to upload your mod? Again, a guide to show mod makers how to upload their mods to Steam. So once again, like this says, and like I said in previous videos, this doesn't mean every mod is on the Steam Workshop. The mod makers themselves have to upload their mod to the Steam Workshop. That's why they have a guide on how to do that for the mod makers as well as the mod users that want to download mods. So maybe your favorite mod ends up there, maybe it doesn't. It's just if it does kind of deal, and it's pretty easy. I like the Steam Workshop because it's very simple, and for a game like Trove that doesn't have the complexity of a game like Skyrim modding, it's a very, very convenient tool to use if you do happen to use Steam. So that's pretty awesome. If Novaz ever makes all of his mods available on Steam, I'll just download them all there, because it auto-updates them. You know, it does all the, like, it auto-updates them. That's one of the biggest points that I was trying to push onto Tryon with the new mod, you know, the in-game mod manager, was auto-updating, and it didn't happen. So that would be something awesome that, you know, you could look forward to in case your favorite mods do end up on the Steam Workshop, is auto-updating. That's a very convenient tool. So next up is French and German languages. Trove will now display in the language you've selected for Glyph. If it is one of these languages, users who have selected French or German in their language in Trove are now placed in a separate French and German instance of global chat. So that's pretty awesome. I like, you know, the more accessibility of the languages, so that's cool. Animal Helms. Omni unlockers are now known as stashes. That's weird. There are now stash-exclusive Animal Helm styles in their own category. Super style stashes will unlock these randomly. What? What's a super style stash? What? I got a super recipe stash, super mount stash. Oh, I guess, the recipe unlock, oh yeah, unlockers are now called stashes. That's all. I got confused there. Twixer made all these, so make sure to let her know how much you like them when you see her. So let's click this, let's collect them, and let's see what we get. You've already collected these items, what? Super recipe, random, wait, this is a recipe, this isn't a style. Never mind, I don't think I have one. I don't have one, so I can't show you. But, you know, if I had some, I would be able to show you. Maybe I should open up my daily loot chest, I don't know. We'll deal with that in the future. If you guys have any daily loot chests, just open them. Hopefully you get a super style stash, these new items, and then, you know, you'll get the animal helms, but I can't show them off, I'm sorry. So next up is Shadow's Eve, I guess, even though it's been going on for like 2 weeks. October 20th is going to be especially spooky. Log in to receive a 9th life booster, 25 Shadow's Eve daily reward chests, and double XP all day. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? You must be extra superstitious. So that's awesome, especially because of this. I don't know if they talk about it later down the line, but bonus experience this entire week. That means on Friday, you're going to get 100% base experience bonus, so like it's kind of Saturday. So it's a Saturday bonus without patron. I lost patron, which doesn't matter because I don't really play this game anymore. But also on Friday, you get even more experience. So it's going to be a pretty good day to log in. At least log in to get the 9th life and all the daily loot chests. But, you know, that's pretty cool there. So pumpkin harvesting dungeons now rarely appear in Cursed Vale to supplement your pumpkin income. So they did it a little different this year. They put them in the Cursed Vale, I'm assuming because it's like a little spooky. They used to just replace the sunlight bulb towers. I think I remembered last year. I don't remember, to be honest, but I thought they just replaced the sunlight bulb towers and you can run over pumpkins there. I don't know how they're doing it this time. Next up is dragons. Enora Flame of Enlightenment is now live, designed by Gillenbart. Acquire the egg for Enora at the Merchant of Wonders. So while I'm going on with the rest of the patch, I will be trying to find a golden ship. It should be pretty easy, so let's continue. So store, the Dragon Horde pack is now live. Pick up this pack for a tradable version of Enora, 33 Greater Dragon Caches, 333 Dragon Coins, and 3 Diamond Dragonite pouches. The Essentials pack is now a bit more gemtastic. Instead of 20,000 cubits, the pack is now grants 50 gem booster boxes, a slight increase in value. So I guess that does make sense because you buy the booster packs with cubits anyway. So let's go in here real quick. I don't know if that was retroactive. Let me look at my inventory. Do I have 50 booster boxes? I don't, but I guess I didn't take away the 20,000 cubits either, so it does make sense. So it might be a slight increase in value, and we aren't going to get it if you already bought the Essentials pack. But I don't want to see anyone complaining about that because honestly, we already got the value that we got out of it. They're just adding more value to future players. If someone complains that, you know, oh, I missed out on the 5 extra booster boxes, then I would just say stop complaining. Like, that's a very minor complaint out of a laundry list of complaints we can have about this game. So none of that's in the comments because I won't agree with that at all. But back to the Dragon Horde pack. It's pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie. It does have value, though. It is that value, because 33 Greater Dragon Caches already is $40. That's already $40. So you not only get the 40 Dragon Caches, or the $40 Greater Dragon Cache pack, you also get 333 Dragon Coins and 3 Diamond Dragonite pouches, plus the Dragon. So it is an extreme value, but that being the case, still it's a very large, you know, it's a very high, what's it called? Price of entry. So even though it's extremely valuable, I would highly recommend, if you can afford it, if you can afford $50 for a free-to-play game, then go for it. I would say it's worth it if you're into the dragons and you get the dragon for free. You get Greater Dragon Caches, which means more dragons, 333 Dragon Coins, which means more dragons, Diamond Dragonite pouches, all that stuff. It's worth it. But I mean, I'm even on the fence now because of that price of entry. Like, they should have made, you know, less value in the pack, but also less expensive, in my opinion. But I mean, it's still wholeheartedly worth it if you want to pick that up. So it's a very good pack. It's just, like I said, very high price of entry. So next up is interactions. You can now interact with objects without directly targeting them. When you get near an interactable object, its tooltip appears, and you can press E to interact with it. Don't worry, you can still target objects directly too. So we went over this. Oh, there's a ship right there. We went over this in the news video. All you do is stand next to an item. You don't have to directly look at a loot collector to use it anymore. Awesome for rejuvenation stations in your cornerstone. That's the best thing about it coming out of it, is the rejuvenation station interactability. So players and NPCs no longer block your interactions when they're standing between you and the what? That's awesome. Does that include minions? Because a Dino Tamer sucks so bad to collect the loot. Oh my god, they never announced that. Wow, that's awesome. If that includes, because it says players and NPCs, if that includes your own minions, that's awesome. Wow, I never saw that coming. I thought they were never going to fix that. That's awesome. Tooltips for interactable objects no longer appear when you're outside of interaction range. Oh, okay, so, well, does that count for cornerstones, though? Because you used to be able to, I mean, everyone's always been able to make a cornerstone from like a mile away. I hope that's still the case, because that is pretty awesome. So it's 5,000 fragments of wonder. So that's about 1 million flux. So it's on par with the usual. Well, maybe the prices rose now that they have a use. Let's see how much fragments of wonder are now. Fragment of. Oh, so they're still around 300. They did rise in price, so that's about 1.2 mil, right? 300 times 5, that's about 1.5 mil actually now. So it's a little expensive, but it's a Trove of Wonder-ish item. They're supposed to be the most expensive items in the game. So, you know, it's a little on the expensive end, but I think all dragons are like 1.52 mil, right? I don't remember. I have them all, but I don't know. So, I mean, it seems on par, so that's cool. I'm honestly probably just gonna get this pack. That's why I'm like waiting on it. I don't really want to buy it right now because I want to see how I feel. I don't even feel like buying Patreon right now because I don't know if I'm gonna play this game anymore or not. But anyways, moving on. Battle arenas. Battle arena quick matches now grant class experience upon completion, and quick matches and club matches now award star bar points upon completion. So that means you have to go to the hub if you want to play PvP for class experience. This is an awesome thing. I don't personally like PvP, but if I were to ever go into PvP, I would now actually get experience and star bar contribution, which is awesome because now it has more use than just being, I guess, quote-unquote fun, if you find it fun. Now it actually has a purpose alongside the battle points, which you can see my battle level is pretty low because I don't like PvP. But yeah, also if you go into a club match, so this one you have to go into for experience, but you can go into any portal ever, and you'll get star bar points contribution. So that's awesome. So community content. Oh, that just closed my browser. Community content. The new Bone Cutter X2 mount by Spree and Stealth 545 will soon be available. Why even announce it if it's not available? This is a patch notes, not a future patch notes. So let's move on, I guess. Additional updates and fixes. We've smoothed the experience curve to level 30 and reduced the amount of experience required from level 20 to 30. They talked about that last week. We talked about it last week. That just means that they lowered the experience. So if we go on to my Dino Tamer, because he's level 29, let's do /XP. Now it's 2.9 mil. Wasn't it like 3.6? I can't remember, to be honest. If anyone knew, like, if anyone paid attention to your experience, it should be smaller now. I don't know by how much. I don't know how much they smoothed it out, but it should be smaller. I don't know. Just compare 2.9 mil to whatever it was before, if you know what it was before, and then let me know in the comments below, so we can know how like smooth it is compared to before. World tooltips now appear more quickly. I don't know what that means. Rename the style vault categories: hat style vault, mask style vault, etc. to simply vault. These strings are only used in collections when you have already selected hats, faces, etc. and in the redesigned loot collector. What does that mean for the rune crafting bench, though? What does that do? Well, let's go check. Non-tradable patron coins and daily reward chests are no longer loot collectible. What? Respawn. And daily reward chests. Well, I didn't think daily reward chests would be loot collectible, but non-tradable patron coins. I don't know what you would get out of those. I don't think I ever tried to. What are we doing? Rune crafting. Let's see. Runic Master. What are they called? Or Rune Crafter. Staff Vault Style Stash. What? That's not just called stash. What, etc. to simply vault. Rename the style vault categories. Melee vault style stash. That does not sound right at all. Maybe they just mean in the collections window. Let's see. Styles, hats, faces. I don't know. Guys. I don't know. That seems really, really awkward in the rune crafting bench. Good thing I checked it out. Masked vault style stash. Yeah, I don't know. So disabled loading into museum worlds. what is a museum world even? I don't know. Radiant aura is no longer disabled or disappear when viewed from any angle. Fixed bug where you couldn't invite non-friends to join you in a world. That would suck if I was actually streaming, right? The level up text for the Chloromancer when reaching level 3 has been fixed. Fixed underflow bug in Club UI. Fixed bug where contest reward progress meter didn't show in leaderboard UI. Fix a bug which could cause the intro video to play at the wrong resolution. Fix Z fighting issue when rendering transparent blocks underwater. Fix bug where progress could be made toward event objectives before they were active. Added a they fixed something there. Added a client tool, Trove.exe, tool extract mod to extract the contents of a tmod to the local file system. Added override option to Trove.exe. These are launch commands, by the way. If it ever has a dash in front of it, that is a launch command. That means if you right-click Trove.exe in your files directory, and at the top, it'll say, you know, launch commands or launch parameters, whatever it's going to be, depending on the program you use. This is what you put in there, giving you a heads up. So added, you know, the launch command, launch parameter, override option to Trove, to extract mod that ensures all files in the output are within the override folders. Add an option to output a YAML, a YAMI file, whatever that is, that can be used to rebuild a tmod to Trove.exe parameter tool extract mod. So those are parameters. I'm assuming that's just for, you know, the experienced users that know what they're doing with that. So that's for those guys. And that's it for this patch. Like I said, it was a pretty long one, so I hope I did it relatively fast. I don't know, I felt like I didn't ramble too much. I did go on a little bit of tangents there, but, you know, they didn't announce these things, though, so there is bonus experience this week. You get literally double. It says plus 100%, so it's not a multiplicative, but it is still 100% on top of what you're already getting, so if you have no bonuses, it's still double. So it's double experience, not including patron. That's what it means by being plus instead of multiplicative. If it was multiplicative, that means it would be like 1.5 times more experience, which would be almost triple. But that's not the case. It's just 100% on top of your experience. So if you get 2 experience, you now get 4 experience, and then your patron pass comes into play. That's what it means. That's why it's base experience. Next up is Shadow's Eve. Pumpkin Layers, you know, you guys know Shadow's Eve. They have the new dungeons. And then Friday, they did announce the Friday thing, which is more experience, superstition, day loot boxes, and Knife Life login at least Friday. You don't have to play, you just need a login, but if you do play, you're going to get a lot more experience, and I highly suggest it, especially if you have Patron and the base experience, because Patron bonuses off of base experience, and then this will be plus experience as well. So Friday's a good day to log in. That's going to be for this video. Just wanted to recap some things. This pack, very valuable. It's extremely worth the money if you can just afford it. That's the thing. Something may be worth the money, but you might be, you know, be able to afford it. So that's, you know, a user by user basis. I wouldn't recommend every player in the entire game get this. Maybe the end game players that know that they spend thousands of hours in this game and are dedicated and want it. That's the audience that I would recommend this for, not a new player at all. If you're like below 15k power rank, I would say don't get this, because I don't even know if you're still going to be playing the game in a week, you know? So that's going to be it for this patch notes review. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, and I will see you guys next time.